Sorry, we are the advocates for so when you are done, you quickly. Hello everyone. My name is Suliamon, Omolara. I am 25 years old. I'm a teacher as well, a mother and a wife. Thank you. I was diagnosed of having STD when I was 19. Yes, then I was preparing to leave for my institution in Ilorin. So I went to do the test. Although it's not that exactly I went to do the test, but my mom explained some things to me that this is your genotype. I was like, I can never be a SS patient too. Do you know why? Because I do not have tiny hand, legs, and portable body, I'm not looking, the stuff now. I'm not looking like that, so I cannot be. Just because I'm having this thing is, so I had this self-denial then. But when it was 2022, where I was working, I had a very serious bone crisis. Then I broke down. So I was taken home, careful. So when I resumed to school then, my proprietor called me and said, Miss Sulliamon, are you this? I said, no. How can I be? Even it's wife asking that, sister, wow, are you sure you are not this? I said that I am not. Okay, they say no problem. Okay, what if I give you money to go and run the test so that you'll be able to confirm if you are this or that? And I forgot to add this. When I think that was in 2022. In school, I had a very serious bone crisis, and I was taken to hospital. Some organization came to me. Yeah, sorry, we are the advocate for people. So I was okay. Thank you. So when you are done, you people leave. As I'm not part of you now, so how will I do? Then when I've been cared for, the doctor said that no symptoms now, no signs that she is this thing. She doesn't accept that I had this thing, pale eyes. So except I had that one then. So you see that she's fine, she's looking fine, she does not have this tiny and all those things. And the doctor ended with, when she's fine, you should go for genotype test. Then I ignored it. So fast forward to 2022. So my professor gave me this money and I went for the test, and getting to know, although I cried that, oh my god, am I dying? But later I sit up, make so many research about this thing, that what can I be doing to manage it, what can be done to manage this. But that I'm a grown-up adult now, like as now 22-year-old girl, I'm this thing, a big girl. So I make the research, and since then I've been knowing what to do. I know what to do, what to eat, what I do not do. I observe the weather before I go out. When it is cold, I know the type of clothes I will put on. When it's all those things, because that extreme weather is very, very bad for our condition. Not much heat, and there must not be too much this thing cold. So I just maintain the weather. People living with STD used to die young. Used to have get married, and if at all they get married, they don't have children, which I do not believe, because as I said earlier, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm blessed, thank God, and not living long. You can some people wake up feeling fine, like if they are not feeling fine, will they be able to go out, go to work? And maybe through working to work, or they bought a bus, they met with accidents on the way and they died. So people can die anytime. I do not limit my success So that if not because I am here, I'm method, I would have achieved this. No. And that's what people used to think about us. We are not different. We are not different. We are all the same, except we have this pain. The pain is what that differentiates us. So nothing more. We are all the same thing. Whatever you are achieving as normal people, you can also achieve it. Let's say, it is very painful, except you are feeling what I am saying. You cannot understand the pain. That's it. Because I can remember maybe 2 days ago, there is a girl in my area that she's also sickle cell patient. So she's having this episode of crisis like that. So I went to her, I'm getting there, feeling the pain. So I started crying because I am the one that knows exactly what she's feeling in her body. It's why I cannot describe it, but you may not understand. Okay, for example, now when I wanted to have my baby then, so I asked one of my neighbors that, yes ma'am, how does labor pain used to feel like? Because she's also a mother to 2 children. So I asked her, ma'am, how does it feel? She's like, it is very painful. I was like, okay, is it as painful as having bone crisis? She said, no. Why? Reason is that, when you are having, you'll be having this pain. I'm talking about the labor pain. You'll be having this labor pain. You'll be having this pain as if like your bones are shifting, that one. And you're having the pleasure of expecting a bundle of joy. So that is a mixture. So you can just be you can manage through that. But bone crisis, it will come. And till it lasts, I can't say. It will just be there. And when it is time for it to be, it will leave. People don't care for us as much as they care for maybe people with cancer and so on. I'm not comparing us to the cancer patients, but what happens is that of those people that have accidents, people that have accidents, it will be all over them. They can be rushed into the emergency. But people with sickle cell crisis, we cannot be admitted. I've never seen you being admitted to except it is that critical that they cannot breathe. They cannot breathe, that they have to use oxygen on them so that they will not die, because they can't watch us to die like that. But having bone crisis, if you can be calm, they may not be attended to as earlier as you want. When I was young, and my parents used to tell me, especially my dad, don't go and play in the room, don't go and play, don't run around, stop running around, those things. So and that night, it struck me, the crisis. So my dad was like, baby, I used to tell you not to do this thing. He left me with my mom. And he can no longer take it, so he needs to go back and do what he has to do. I want a lot, because let me start from not drinking enough of water. Since I've been diagnosed with SCD, I used to take a lot of water. Sometimes I walk around with my bottle in night. So, and it also makes me to get married early, which I did not want to, and thank God for that one. Thanks to Almighty, like I said earlier, I'm a wife, I'm married, and I have a child now. I'm working, and I'm being, respected at work. People do not see me as this, and good. I'm doing well. faster real care, because you know that the pain is, although the pain is inevitable, but at least as it comes now, it should go immediately. It should go. So I'm taking the faster real care. I want. Let me start from that income. You know, as a teacher, you earn like not that much. You know, to buy meds, you know, to take care of yourself, like fruits, everyday fruits, eating nutritious food, like taking milk, all those things. You know, sometimes I'm not getting. So, you know, I just to live with what you have. The area, my area too is okay, because sometimes just that it is a bit far to the market to get something like that fruit. To get mesh, they may not open as early as you want. That one is part of it. My God, most especially, and it has been my mom since my birth, and that too. Thank you. My parents, my husband now, and I have a lot of good people around me. My friends, my colleagues at work, they are doing it too. And BAST initiative too. Thank you very much. I can say that it will even give you this motivation to, like, you know, to even prove yourself that you are more worth than what you are being called. Being LCD patient does not devalue you or anything like that. Just make sure you take good care of yourself, and you know what I mean by taking good care of yourself. You eat regularly to avoid just falling sick all the time. You take your meds every time, take water all the time, and you know you are good to go. And don't limit yourself to being just sickle cell patient, like just like that. Whatever other people are doing or achieving, you can also achieve it more than they do, you know. And God will be with us all.